Hello. Sorry, I just realized I've been live and I haven't talked yet. We just... I just found out that this game was happening literally like 5 minutes ago. So... and I'm casting, apparently. So... I literally just got finished with my own series. So... right back in I go, I guess. All right, here we go. The draft for game one. It's gonna be Team PBJ. Oh, let me actually show it so you guys can see it. And there we go. Yes. All right, it's gonna be Team PB&J on blue side, Team LG on red. I had no idea these guys hadn't played yet this week. Their game only got scheduled 20 minutes ago. I think that's the latest I've ever seen a beer league game be scheduled in a week. So, congrats to them. Very impressive. It's been scheduled for days. Pyro's just bad at letting the community know. Really? Okay. Well, it's news to me. He just invited me to the lobby, and he's like, "You ready to stream?" I'm like, "What are you talking about, bro? I just got finished playing a game." I gotta finish playing my own series. He's like, oh yeah, our game. And I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm down. I know it's pretty late for a lot of folks, but it's only 7:30 for me, so we're good to go. And the bands, Jinx Ari Viego, LeBlanc Leon of Zillion, double support bands, very first band, very interesting. And it's going to be the Caitlyn first pick for Team PB&J. And is LG going to remember to lock in a champion? Okay, they somehow got Nami in. It looked like they ran out of time, but the fish has been selected. Oh, let me mute my client before I forget. Sound, client. There we go. Does that work for muting the client? I assume it would. Wait. Oh, in-game. Here we go. Sound, enable sound. Huh. I guess I had play ambient sounds on. That's what you hear. Got it. But I had music off. Okay. Looks like LG didn't lock in their second pick in time. It's supposed to be Misfortune. Got it. Okay. Antelia Nautilus. Talia could be either mid or jungle for PB&J. Plus, it could be Pyron playing in either lane as well, so it'll be interesting to see. And then it's going to be the Talon lock-in for LG. Very interesting. Presumably for the jungle for Luke. I've heard Talon jungle's kind of busted. I guess we'll see. Interesting bands, a lot of top lane bands. Vlad, Malphite, and then Annie and Kayle. Kale's a very interesting choice. I think LG did win a game with Kayle last week. You just don't see a lot of Kayle in Beer League, which is understandable, but it's interesting. And this is going to be Mbessa instead. And it's going to be the classic Ornn top lane. Probably the most common top laner in Beer League. And it's going to be Mel locked in. So it will indeed be a Talia jungle. That's kind of scary against a Talon jungle. Good ulti choices for Mel to reflect, though. To reflect Nami ulti and MF ulti. And Talon ulti, too, probably, if she times it right. I'm actually not sure how it works on Ori Ball. Does it fly back if she reflects it? I don't know. I have a feeling we might find out this game, considering they're landing against each other. Looking at the comps, I do like MF into Ori combo. That seems like it has a lot of potential. I think at MF, Nami's also a really strong lane. Talon jungle is going to have a field day as long as he's not running straight into one of these tanks. And Ambessa, actually don't know how Ambessa does against Ornn. I have a feeling she might struggle just if Ornn gets his armor going. But I can't say for sure. As for PB&J, Pyro on Talia is always a very solid option. And then the Mel. Mel is going to be good as long as she's not the one getting engaged on. Ornn's always a solid pick. Caitlyn Nautilus is probably the least good lane here, although he does have some CC combo potential if the Caitlyn is on the ball with her traps. It's just going to be a little hard to time. Yeah, I think both T-Comps are perfectly solid. I do think LG's bot lane's a bit vulnerable with the double immobile bot lane. But I don't think PB&J has a great chance for really taking advantage of that other than a Nautilus hook. Maybe a Talia R behind them, so I guess we'll see. And I am going to be right back while we wait for the spectator delay, and then we'll go on into game one. Is your least favorite caster casting? Indeed he is, Mr. Eric. Your least favorite caster and guy who doesn't let you play Vayne Jungle. Why are you assuming it's you? I mean, come on, it was obviously gonna be me. Who else would it be? Oh, did I forget to change the number? No, I didn't. Could have been anybody. Uh-huh. Oh, whoops. There we go. Could have been anybody. Likely story, Eric. Welcome to the stream. Putting on double duties, playing in a series and shit posting in 2 other series. I respect it. I'm here for LG. Me too. I like LG. Look forward to see what they got. I like Pyro and Steam too. So I think both these teams are good. I look forward to a fun matchup. Although I already hate the First Strike MF. I don't like it. I've never liked it. I'm racist against it. I don't like First Strike. I'm here to watch Caress run it and see if the team can carry him. I mean, he played pretty good last series, but I feel that.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
All right, and here we go. PSS or PB&J with the level 1 play, kind of faking out the non-invade here, but they are going to be seen. So. Man, I wish I had had a chance to get something to eat before starting this cast, but oh well, it's fine. And Shiki invade here, but thankfully they did ward it. They will not be able to catch anybody. Very nice ward by Ornn. Able to get that in sneakily. We'll let the Rector Cam do his thing for a bit. Jungler starting on opposite sides. Nami already lost half her HP. We'll see if they can take advantage of that. I don't know how this matchup goes, but I suspect it's Orianna favored. She's got... Mel tends to struggle against mid laners that are good duelists with ranged auto attacks, and Orianna definitely qualifies as that. No hook on the MF. Half her HP. Muffin Man not being careful about level up timers is going to lose some of his HP for that. I believe Chaos is a 7.5 cost player, or 7. I know he's one of the high ones, so I look forward to watching him. Okay, so the answer is it does not reflect back the Ori ball. That's good to know. I feel like it would be weird if it didn't. Meanwhile, Pyrona's coming in with the gank. This should be a very dead Orianna here. I don't see any way she feasibly escapes this, and she does not. Now we first blood over to Mr. Biscuit Boy. And sorry, you'll have to forgive me if I'm a little bit, if I'm a little bit low energy. I didn't expect to be casting. So, but that's okay. And then another gank coming in here on Chaos. I feel like he probably can escape this time. Ooh. Nope, well played by Pyro, and I'm just enough damage to finish it off. So far, no real ganks by the Talon. I'm actually not sure what Talon's game plan is during a game. I know they like to invade a lot. But in terms of ganks, I'm not sure. Ooh, Muffin Man is in a really bad spot here. He's probably gonna have to blow. He's definitely gonna have to blow his flash to escape here, I would think. Oh, wow, he actually saves his flash. Fair enough. Pyrodin getting caught out, and now Luke's gonna go for it. Talia E already down, but nice juke by Pyrodin to avoid a lot of the damage. And a nice flash by Luke, but now the cooldowns are back up. But Caress is here using his lane advantage to help out his team. That's going to be a kill on Pyrodin, and this should be a kill on Mel here as well. Yes? All right, Caress, come on. And he does get the kill. And yeah, it's going to be the feat of warfare over for Team PBJ. Fight breaking out here in the bot lane, but now Talon is here, and he's going to do a very nice Q follow on the Caitlyn, and that's a dead Caitlyn. And they should... No, I don't think they'll get Nautilus here. He has Flash. Do they get his Flash, though? Ooh, nice juke by Catalyst Tau. Saves his life there. Pretty close game here so far. Only about a 400 gold difference. BF sword coming in for MF, though. That is huge. That is a big early damage. Well, I hope she's not going Bloodthirster. I hate Bloodthirster first on MF, especially against tanks. You need to do damage. I mean, you're going... Kind of a nice little Nami roam here. Ooh, and that's going to get the ulti down on Meld. Can he finish him off? Yes, finish him off with the auto. Well done. Now Pyro's here to try to clean up, but does he have the juice to do it? No, he doesn't. Oh, yes, he does. Very nice ulti. Oh, no, he still hasn't finished him off. Oh, no, the Q's not able to land because they get body blocked, and then Talon's going to go ahead and get the kill on Pyro, and great play. Great play by Team Las Gatos. It was a sad day for us WR fans. You aren't a 2 fan? What is there to like? I miss 1. I thought about seeing if I could bring back the 1 brand, but because I have Captain them as well, but I figured if it was just me and L would be the only people who played for 1, I figured we'd just keep 2 instead. So plus they might want it back eventually. You know, a fight breaking out here at the Gromp. They had the Las Gatos with the numbers advantage, but they do end up losing the first player, and now Empirical's going to get run down by the Misfortune. and she's gonna go down. Man, lots of okay, hold on. I gotta back up because there's too much crap happening. And I'm reading chat. All right, so what happens here? So they... Callan starts that, okay. And then a fight breaks out here in the bot lane. Are they gonna try to dive this misfortune? No, MF ults the wave. That's pretty smart, actually, because Catalyst Tau ends up taking way too much damage taking the tower, and he's gonna go down. Okay, and then she ends up running the Caitlyn down the lane as well. But now here, Talon gets caught out, gets blasted by the Taliyah, but then that leaves the Taliyah way exposed. It gets caught out by the Ambessa, and then the fight breaks out in earnest, but PB&J has outnumbered it. Can they manage to get away? It's going to be Muffin Man Flash. Do they have the damage to finish him off? They should, and they do. Great plays all around for Los Gatos. Very rude, Trevor. Very rude. LG going out to a very commanding lead here so far, just finding ways to win these small skirmishes. They're going to go ahead and take first dragon, and Orianna is way too far, and she should die here. She does have both. Oh, yeah, great knockback by the Taliyah, and that's going to be a shutdown for the Mel. No, Nunya, I agree with you. That was a very slow reaction by Catalyst Tau to get out of tower. So it got both him and his ADC killed. So very unfortunate. Got a 2K gold lead here now, although, ooh, nice reflect by Biscuit Boy there, and that's going to stall long enough for Pyrone to come to help, and that's going to be another kill over for the Mel. I have a hot date with Juggler tomorrow on River at level 4. Not if I can help it. Not if you level 3 gank mid. True. And now another fight breaking out here in the bot lane. Hold on, what happened here? Oh, so Nami, they ends up diving the Nami while MF is away, and she ends up going down to the Caitlyn ulti, but MF is mad! And she's going in, and Nautilus has to flee because he's got no HP left, and this should be another kill for the MF. MF's just a much better duelist than very early barrier. Okay, I mean, she got him eventually, but ends up going down. Ends up going down to the Nautilus at the end. Okay. Pretty bloody game here so far. 18 kills already by the 10-minute mark. Gold has evened out thanks to these shutdowns that LG has gotten, or that PB&J has gotten. So, do you guys not hear the music? Oh, well, way too low. There we go. I forget that the sound settings in are different whether you're in spectate, client, or playing for some reason. I don't know why they're like that, but they are. Turn down caster, turn up game sound. Shut up, Eric. We ban Soraka plus Soda equals GG. You know, I was gonna say L plays everything, bro. You can ban those 2 times if you want. And yeah, I really don't like the, I've never liked the MF Bloodthirster Rush. I especially don't like it against a tank support. If he was against like a pokey support, I could justify it because you have the sustain, but I think you give up way too much damage by going Bloodthirster first. I'd much rather see pretty much anything else, basically. But that's just my personal preference. I don't know if I'm right or wrong. We're just going to get caught out here by the Mel in the jungle. Ooh, very nice catch. But now Ambessa is here, and she's really strong. Ooh, the Mel is going to come down to take down Talon, however. Ambessa's going to try to do her best to make the best of this bad situation, but she's getting collapsed on from behind by the Ornn. Now Ori's here to finally help the Ambessa get out. BTS for landing, not for team fight. Yeah, but the lady face is over by the time you get it. That's the problem with it. Ooh, and then a very nice roam by the Nautilus to the mid lane, and that's going to be a very, actually great response by Orianna and Nami to get her out here with basically just her flash. Still has full health. And now Ambessa's here, but they don't really have any ults left. Okay, Red Side doesn't have any ult left. They have Shockwave left. Does a nice amount of damage, but not able to save him. And ooh, nice, a very aggressive Flash Orb by Empirical, and he should die for that, right? And then Talon's here on the back as well. Oh my god, there's so much fighting! 23 kills! I can't cast the fights fast enough. There's so much death. And now Luke going around the back, but this, yeah, shouldn't have done that. That's gonna be another kill over to Biscuit Boy. Ooh. Nice block by Biscuit Boy there. It may not reflect, but it still does block the damage, and that gives him enough to turn around. Pay attention to what matters, chat. I know, right? But we had an actual banger game on our hands. I don't have time to pay attention to chat. Yeah, the gold's still dead even, 12 to 13. No one really close to feats yet. I guess, yeah, because, blanking hard here. Yeah, Monster Slayer hasn't been taken. First Tower obviously hasn't been taken. And PB&J got the kills one. Sorry, what just happened? Oh my god, I looked away for a second. Ooh, is this a sneaky Lang Gang Pipe Rowan here? Very well done. Baiting them in with Muffin Man. That's gonna be a kill on the Orianna. And I'm also seeing the double mana item on the Orianna. I don't know why everyone does this. You really don't need to. Maybe he feels like he really needs the Seraph Shield. I feel like that's the only reason you would do that, because you definitely don't need it for the mana, in my opinion. I'm not a huge Ori player, but I have played her enough to know that you definitely don't need it for mana. So maybe he just wants the anti-burst, and if so, fair enough. Ooh. Now we've got a Death Bush here by LG, and they're gonna go ahead and... Oh, they're emoting. I would have just gone on the Ornn, to be honest. You can get the front line out of the way. That's great for you. And they're going to go ahead and now they're going to go, but they could have gone earlier. They are still going to get him here, but not going to be able to go any further, I think. Fantastic Talia W, and that's going to blast the Talon. And now the fight is on in the other direction. That's going to be a double kill for Mel. And now the Fed Mage for PB&J just keeps the keep going forward. Now Invests in the back, but I don't think she has the damage to actually make this happen. She does not, and that's going to be a quadra kill for the Mel. Yeah, I don't like it either. Especially against this tanky team. You got Nautilus and Ornn to deal with. Just build the Liandry's. And yeah, what is this Mel damage? That's what happens when you feed Mel 12 kills. I guess it was only 8 kills at the time. She's going for the bursty Mel build, which is interesting, although not with Sork Shoes. A little bit of a... Maybe that's just what she could afford at the time. But a little bit of an interesting... Usually you see more burn items on Mel and then kind of damage over time, but he's going for the burst. We'll see how well that scales. I know Mel does tend to fall off, so I think there is logic to going a more bursty build, just trying to win before that happens. But I am, as Eric will tell you, I am very strongly biased towards Blackfire Torch and Liandry's. If any champ can reasonably go it, I will probably go it. So I don't mind it in this game though, because this is a very squishy LG team. So if there's a game to go burst Mel, it's this one. The question is, will I get to yell at PB&J for not getting their tier 3 boots? Although poor Ornn doesn't even have his tier 1 item yet. He's been kind of getting bamboozled or baffled, befuddled. And now a bit of an engage here on the Orianna, but Caitlyn a little bit too far away to actually follow up. So Ori's just going to go ahead and waltz away. And now they're going to go ahead and... Seeing that the enemy bot lane is bot, they're going to go ahead and move on to this Rift Herald here. Ooh, and hold on. Nami ends up kind of getting caught out here, I think. Let's see. And she goes over to help, and she walks over to provide cover for MF, but doesn't see the Mel until it's way too late and gets absolutely blasted. Rip. But now Oriana's going in, and she's going to go with the flash combo, and that's going to land the shockwave on the Mel, and that will go down. And now Mbessa's going to land on the Talia as well, and she's going to go down. And now the tanks are here, but there's no carries left to protect. They just have to kite this out and let Caress kind of do the front lining for these two squishies. And indeed they will. And another big swing in this game, although Empirical does push bot alone and gets the tier 2 tower. It's a big payday for him. She had the wish ward, but it was too far to her side. Yeah, I bet that's why, because he stood on the far side, so she didn't get seen by it. That's why you don't ward right here. In this spot, you ward more towards the middle, because if you ward here, you can't see on the far end of the bush. So, good shout out, Nunya. And that will be Rift Herald over to Team LG. And we have a close game once again, only about a 1k gold lead here for PBJ, although they do have the feats. I'm not sure exactly how much that's worth in terms of gold, but maybe another 500 gold or so just from getting the feats, plus extra once you upgrade them to the booties. I'm actually not sure how Magic Pen works on Mel, because I know she like stores damage and then it executes them if it does enough. Does it account for Magic Pen for that? I would assume it would, right? It's not true damage, it's magic damage. So I would assume that it accounts for Magic Pen for determining when it will execute, but I actually don't know for sure how that works on a mechanical level. Maybe Nunya would know. Tell me, Nunya, share your wisdom. So far, yeah, very bloody game. Basically 2 kills per minute, more or less. And Caress tries to go for a cheeky ulti to get on the Mel, but does not land. We will have no... What do you call this? It's not matricide, because Mbessa's the mother. What's the other one? I have no idea. But we got the mother-daughter lane in the top lane at the moment. I actually have no idea. You see, there you go. It's not intuitive about which way it would work, I'd assume. No, 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 Eric. Bad. Bad, Eric. And now Caress has gotten low. They're going to look for a dive here with Talia. They have no idea. They have no vision to see this coming, so it should be a pretty easy kill. The execute is based on post-mitigation damage, so Magic Pen does work. Okay, that's what I figured. That seems like a sensible way to do it. Meanwhile, they may have gotten the gank in the top lane, but they're going to go ahead and do a proportional gank in the bot lane, so that's going to be both top laners down. However, it's still going to go out in PBJ's favor, or PBJ's favor, because Otacon is in the top lane. However, Dragon is in the bot lane as well, so I think you probably take this trade if you're LG. I think Dragon's probably more valuable than Otacon, in my opinion. Obviously, it depends on whether or not you end up getting soul out of it. If you do, then it's way better than Otacon, but if not, maybe a little bit worse? I don't know. But I digress. Very aggressive Nautilus ultimate by Catalyst Tal there. Nothing was ever going to come of that. So, I respect the attempt, but no. And I appreciate the Caitlyn build here. Going for the classic Collector into Infinity Edge build. I like that. None of this silly... what do you call it? The Yuntal business. And meanwhile, that's... Ooh. And that's going to block the Nami ult. That's going to hit the Nami bubble, but Luke gets it on the back line, but no follow-up, and they do see him in time thanks to the ward, so he's going to get one shot. And that Felix Swifties is kind of bad. I mean, I don't like MF build in general. Bloodthirster into Essence Reaver? Like, what is this build? Like, you do no damage, bro. You do no damage. Nice catch there. Gonna go ahead and get Oriana's flash. Yeah, I don't like Bloodthirster because it does no damage. And that you don't if you need Essence Reaver for mana on MF, you're just spamming your abilities too much. Like you don't need it. I don't like it. I mean, yeah, eventually it'll be decent, but for now, I really don't care for it. And PBJ is gonna go ahead and push, but nice engage by Luke. He's got the, okay, just kidding. It was actually a terrible engage by Luke. And he's gonna get one shot here, but now MBS is on the back line, and Ornal comes in and misses everybody, and now MF, the MF I said does no damage. I just got a double kill. And then the route is on, and PB&J is going to run, and the Namiel's coming in. Nice double knockup. Nice juke by the MF that does no damage. It gets another kill. Can we, the MF that does no damage, get a penta? And that's going to be a quadra kill, but she is going to go down, so no penta for the MF that does no damage. I play a lot of MF. You don't need Essence Reaver unless you're spamming your abilities like crazy. You don't need it. Just take Mana Flow Band. I promise it's enough. But I digress. Pretty good play for the MF that I've been shit-talking the entire game. Got a quadra kill. Not quite the penta, but I don't know. I think just other items are just too important. That's all. I'd rather see Collector. I'd rather see Lord Doms. I'd rather see Infinity Edge. I'd rather even see like a Ghostblade or something. I don't know. I just do not care for it, but that is okay. Why you question mark a Collector? Collector is good on MF. That's true. It is nice to have unlimited mana to spam your W and your Q. That is true. I will give you that. It is not a totally baseless build. I've seen a lot worse builds, but nice catch there. Good thing that Pyroan had Zanya's there to save his life. And Talon's having a bit of a hard time actually finding anybody to assassinate because both the mages have Zanya's, and Yarmouth's not going to assassinate Ornn or Nautilus, and Caitlyn has the Nautilus on her hip at all times. So it's going to be hard to get in there. I would like it better if... I would like the Talon pick a lot better if they had a more reliable engage on Los Gatos that he can follow up on. So, because it's kind of hard for it's just really hard for him to get solo kills on anybody on this team at this point. I think IE third is probably wrong. Yeah, no, you would go in my mind you would go IE second and Armor Pen third. But yeah, I think I don't think it makes a huge difference. But yeah, I don't like the Swifties either. I do not like them. Ooh, a nice catch here on the Ambessa. She should go down here. Ooh, nice flash, but it's just gonna die to the Caitlyn ulti. Yeah, should have just saved your thing. You want Collector after LDR? Or after Infinity Edge? That's weird, bro. What? You don't build last I know Collector. That's weird. If you're gonna build Collector, build it first, not last. But then again, I guess I don't know what else you would build. I don't know. PBJ is going to go ahead and go for Dragon here, and LG says, all right, fine, we'll trade Baron for it. But I don't know how fast their Baron actually is. They don't have vision on it, though, so I mean, maybe... I mean, they're doing it at a decent pace, but they're going to get here before this is over, I think. Well, at least Ornn will, and Ornn's going to go in, and they have to bail in this play. It was really lucky that Ornn was already in the top lane to interrupt this play early, otherwise I think they would have got it. And now LG has to try to run, but the Ornn is going in. And now Nautilus is going in as well, but he's going to hook right into the Ornn pillar. Oh, no! And now MF's going to ulti, and that's going to kind of stall the engage, and that isolates Nautilus from his team, and he's going to go down. I think IE causes ult to do more, no? Yeah. No, it does. I do agree with the LDR early, because of how much armor they're building. And yeah, look at poor Luke. He just can't assassinate anybody. Even when he catches Caitlyn alone, he can't burst her fast enough. So that is tough. Very, very good ulti by the MF, though. That kind of probably saved their team from getting wiped. So good positioning and good firing it into this corridor here so to keep them from pursuing. So well done by the MF that I flamed all game. Hopefully he'll be able to get his Lord Dom soon, so he can start actually killing these tanks instead of just pushing them back. The team really needs him to shred these tanks more than they've been doing so far. About a 3K goal lead here for PBJ now. Dragon's dead even. PBJ is starting to get does have all their tier 3 boots except for Ornn. Can Ornn buy tier 3 boots outside of base? I'm actually curious about that. Meanwhile, they're going to catch Mbessa down here in the bot lane. That's going to be a pretty easy catch, but then a fight breaking out here in the mid lane at the same time. Okay, so what happens here? So Ornn gets the flank on the MF, just wasn't paying attention and does not see him. But he is able to go ahead and get away, at least for the moment. Sees it and known it, but now Talia goes in, and MF gets blasted, and Nami's going to get blasted as well. And Luke is here, but he just doesn't have a way to actually get into this fight. Goodbye, everything outside the duel. Interesting. Okay, that makes sense. I would like to see him get the booties then, because the more HP you have, the more HP resistance you have, the better the boots, the tier 3 armor boots are. So I'd really like to see him get that sooner rather than later. As far as I'm aware. I mean, maybe they forgot to code it in. I wouldn't put it past Riot. But anyways, Orianna is here. She's gonna on a nice shockwave. Great Zhonya's by Pyro and probably saves his life there. But now Luke is coming in. He's gonna flash in and he's gonna get Caitlyn, but he's gonna get pushed away. But he might be able to buy enough time to no. And Pyro's gonna kite around away from with his team. Luke not able to get in there. I think people just forget that the tier 3 boots exist, to be honest. You need someone on his team to yell at him to get them, because the rest of his team has got them. Well, no, the Mel hasn't either, and the Mel should definitely be getting them. 10 ability haste and movement speed for 500 gold, that's phenomenal value. And now while I'm blabbing about nonsense, PB&J is going to go ahead and try to start this Baron, but they really should not be doing this. You're in a 4-for-4 situation. Why are you starting Baron? And now Mbessa's going to go in on the side. Mbessa's going to over the wall, and that's going to 100-0 the Nautilus. And now the Mbessa is on the backline, but there's really no follow-up. And then Luke needs to build MR or something, because he is getting obliterated by this Mel anytime he tries to do anything. And that I feel like it should have been a lot better for LG, but in the end, it does stop the Baron, at least. Got a 4.5K gold lead here. 5K gold lead here for PBJ. He does indeed have the Lord Doms now. Ornn gonna go ahead and try to ult to force him off the wave, but kind of pointless because they didn't actually hit the tower after they backed off. So in the end, kind of a wasted Ornn ult. I hate that Town is built fully built. This game, I agree. I mean, you need to be one-shotting people if you're gonna build like this, and he is simply not. So I agree. I would have liked to have seen, a Maw. Maybe some sort of Tiamat item. I don't know. Even Stridebreaker wouldn't be bad on Talon, to be honest. You just jump in the middle of their team and Stridebreaker them. But yeah, he needed to be Bruiser, Diver. He needs to be able to hang in there, because he's not one-shotting people. And so I agree. Next Dragon is going to be coming up here pretty soon. Oh, and Ornn did find the tier 3 boots. Very good. The Mel has still not found them, which is disheartening considering how fed he is. Get that 10 extra moves. Get that 10 extra ability haste in the move speed, brother. Get it. Get the booties. Pyroan here looking for a pick. Is he going to be able to land it? No, just bare MF speed. MF move speed kind of saved her there. Now PB&J is going to move in. And they're setting the great wall of Caitlyn traps right here. Very good. They should be able to just take it right in their face with those. And Luke's going to walk right into the Caitlyn bush that he can't see in the ward. And he's going to get one shot and die. And now Ornn's going to ulti. And now the rest of LG just has to try to run for their lives. Decent wall by Pyro in here. That and Swifty's diff. Yeah, fair enough. Oh. Okay, hold on. We need to see that again. Need to get an instant replay on that play. All right, let's see the Mel damage here. Hold on. See the Mel damage. Oh, okay, fine. There was a Caitlyn ulti in there. Or was a Caitlyn auto in there. All right, fine. Mel doesn't get all the credit. But still a great play. Yeah, Luke getting a little frustrated, I think. Clearly, you could tell that his inability to essentially anybody's kind of getting to him. When he makes a bad decision, walks right onto a Caitlyn trap, it gets absolutely annihilated. And this should be game one here for PB&J. I don't see any way that Vesta realistically stops this, and she will not. Was that a crit headshot auto? I think it was just a regular auto. That's what it looked like to me, but in either case, that will be game one going over to PB&J. We'll play to them. Very back and forth game, but in the end, I think the super fed, the Mel just got too fed. And they didn't really have, and LG just really did not have a way to deal with that. So, yeah, there you go. Well done to LG for game one. Looks like they're going to keep the size here for game two. Indeed, they are. So we'll go ahead and switch. Okay, that is not what that's supposed to look like. Let me try that again. Oh, it looks weird because they forgot to ban a champion. It's supposed to be MF. That's interesting. The Fearless overlay does not look quite correct when they forget to pick a champion. That's kind of funny. All right. So we'll go ahead and switch over. There we go. It's not quite perfect looking, but it's good enough. Can go ahead and tell them that we're ready to go. A lot of opinions for someone we beat last week. Remind me who you are, JTOs. I don't remember. Chaos, that's right. You're not supposed to be here, sir. But yeah, tough game one for you guys. Hopefully, I'll see you guys rebound here for game two. I expect you will. All right, and they're going to hop right into it. Hopefully, both teams remember that the MF is supposed to be blocked off here. They're going to go. Oh, that was weird sounding. Okay. MFB1 looking for game. It's going to be the Viego lock and instant first pick for PB&J. Okay. I kind of hate it, I'm going to be honest. I don't like locking in Viego that early on. I think Viego is kind of a risky pick. But he's a very good pick. But if you don't have good targets to reset off of, Viego starts to look real bad. So, but I trust Pyro, so we'll see how he does. And it's going to be the Jax lock-in for LG. I assume it has to be a jungle Jax if they're picking it this early, right? There's no way you blind pick a Jax this early. I mean, it might be Caress, but I have a feeling it's probably Jungle Jax. Or maybe they'll flex it. Who knows? And it's going to be the Kaisa for LG. And there's ADC 1B for Beer League, the Varus. Honestly, depending on the teams, it might be 1A rather than 1B. But I digress. I actually don't mind the Jax in a vacuum. I think Jax is... Viego doesn't really have a great way to deal with Counter-Strike. So I do like the Jax pick in that respect. And then 2 tank supports coming in. It's gonna be the Rel for PB&J. I like that. Very good setup for both Viego and Varus. And you could have either a bot laner engage. I like that. And then it's gonna be the Braum for LG. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I don't think it's terrible. But we shall see. And both teams still need a mid laner, so I expect to see a lot of mid lane bans here in the second round. Braum seems very good here, you think so? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Braum into melee heavy teams, to be honest, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I don't have the right read on Braum as a champion, but in general, I don't like him into melee heavy teams. I think he's better versus range teams where you have stuff you can shield and whatnot. Hard counters Rel, good versus Varus. You really think Braum hard counters Rel? Why? I'm just curious. He's only good versus melee heavy teams? Okay, maybe I don't understand Braum at all then. Maybe I'm totally off base. I don't know. I'm not a support player. I don't see Braum very often. Maybe I'm full of it on that. But I will defer to the opinion of the people in chat if they think Braum's a good pick here. I guess we'll find out. And we do indeed get a lot of mid bans, plus the Kale ban again. So it seems like PB&J does indeed believe that this is a Jax jungle. This is why we never draft Braum. Well, the main reason we don't draft Braum is because L's not very practiced on it. Although we are working on it, so expect us to pull it out at some point this season. We'll see. Man, I don't know. Until tomorrow! Dun dun dun! Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a lot of experience with Braum. I kind of just... Yeah, I don't know. If we're picking early for L, I prefer picking an Enchanter, but her Braum is goated. Oh yeah, pick the Fizz. Don't just hover it, pick it. Shen's Resident Sleeper. Fizz? Boo! Boo! Boo, PB&J, boo! Boo! We want Fizz! We want Fizz! Boo! And meanwhile, I mean, I feel like Shen's probably not a bad lane for Jax, right? So if they want to go Jax top here, they totally can. And yeah, I like the Xerath more as a pick, but it is lamer. So, and it will indeed be the Jax jungle and the Fiora top. Okay. Xerath is kind of him this game. Yeah, I agree with that. As long as he's not getting Shurima shuffled, I think he should be pretty free to do whatever he wants. So I agree with that. I do like the Fiora pick as well. It's gonna be good against both Shen and Rel. Obviously, big side lane, big split push threat if Shen ever tries to leave. Once she has Tiamat at least. I think it'll be pretty good in team fights as well, as long as she's not getting hit by like Varus ulti, she should be able to contribute against this melee heavy team. I do worry a little bit about the lack of playmaking for LG. It's going to be basically just a Azir shuffle and maybe a Jax flank AoE stun, but that's about it as far as their playmaking goes. I think I like PB&J's playmaking a lot more. But LG could also just play the AFK split push game with Jax and Fiora. I think they are much better at that than Viego and Shen are. So it's always nice to have that as a fallback option. Maybe Shen is too OP, actually. I don't know if he can just wave clear against him with Tiamat and be happy. Yeah, I don't know. It is a 1 point top laner in Muffin Man for PB&J. So whether or not he will be able to handle the Fiora is another question entirely. Although Muffin Man has done a very impressive job so far, considering the level of competition he's been up against. So I'm not shit talking him at all, but we still have to face the reality he is indeed a 1-point player. So I think eventually that will come back to bite him, but for so far it really hasn't. Let's go Caress, says Rear Face. What a name. What a name, good sir. Or madam. I don't assume. Oh, I saw Trevor's been shit talking me in the chat. Or in the league chat. Hold on a second. Let me take care of this real quick. There we go. Whenever anyone trash talks you, bring up past times you defeated them. Easy. His performance is about to be vital. Thank you, Rear Face. Very good. He's gonna parry all the haters. It's just about the time to tell you that it's called Riposte, or is it both? Is it called Riposte and parry? I actually don't know the answer to that question. Let's look it up. No, it's just called Riposte. Okay, I think it used to be called parry. Back on the original version of Fiora, way back in the day. Am I right about that? No, it's always been called Riposte. Okay. Interesting. It's always been called Riposte, but the description is... I don't know. But it is indeed called Riposte. It's going to be a grand challenge for Caress to win this game. Thank you, Eric. Well done. As I've seen this man's Fiora. He does not believe in the Caress Fiora. That's tough. That is tough. You can't just seem to make that blade work. Is that what the E's called? Is it called blade work? Is it? I'm actually curious now. Yeah, it's called blade work. Okay. And then Duelist Dance. What's the original? The original one was called Blade Waltz, I remember. Yeah. And good old Burst of Speed. Back when that was how they how they designed champions back then. Who's got the brains, the plays, the speeches? Hernandez teaches. Hernandez teaches. Very nice, Stone. Well done. Well done, good sir. Oh, I finally can change the stream title now. I have been given the power. That is why the stream title is correct. You're welcome. Who won draft? That's a good question. I think that Viego's going to struggle to get resets against that team. And given that that's their best player on that champion, I don't like their odds. Rihi Xerath goes 1v9 this game. Well, it's not Rihi, but unless he's filling in for them. Is he filling in for them that I'm not aware of? No. No, he is not. Rel Shen a little scary. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the prospects of Viego getting resets unless they just get picks and one-shot people. So I stand by what I said earlier about not liking the Viego early pick. However, I also don't like LG's playmaking against a Varus Xerath, so that could be a huge problem if either one of them pops off. So I guess we'll see how the game goes. Oh, did I give them their win, by the way? Did I remember to do that? No. Okay. There we go. Think this is a legit just a 1v9 Xerath game or lose? You might be right. You might very well be right. All right. Any really weird runes or sums? Not that I can see. Well, hold it! Hold it! We have an Electrocute Varus sighting.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
That is interesting. Plus first strike, Xerath, which I hate. I've already talked about that. I don't like first strike on any champion. So that's just my bias. I don't like it on mages either because I don't think the inspiration tree is good for mages. I'd rather have other trees. Why Electrocute on the Varus is a good idea, is a good call. That's very strange.
A summoner has disconnected.
Uh-oh. Tell me that Fiora has Grasp set up. He does have Grasp. I don't know what else. What else do you mean by Grasp set up? That it's just Grasp. You don't. Do you like or not like the Grasp? I assume you like it based on how you're saying it. I know you were cheering for him earlier. Good, strong. Okay, so you do like it. Got it. And yeah, the Electrocute Varus is very interesting. He also has Axiom Arcanist. There is no way that's worth it. These look like runes for a different champion. I don't know what champion, but not this one. So that could be interesting. Oh, AP Varus? I mean, maybe.